It's a new hit list on 102.7 Kiss FM. My name is Kayla, and I am with Drake Bell.
Hey, how are you? Thank you
I
for
am
having me.
good. Welcome. Thank you for being
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
I heard you had an amazing show in LA yesterday.
Yeah, it was great. Amazing.
How was it? How
Yeah,
was the energy? How'd you feel up there?
awesome. It was my first show for, I don't even remember the last time I played here in the States, but it was an amazing show, and the reception was incredible, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, somebody who went told me like it was just you, your guitar, and vibes.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the most intimate, beautiful setting. Like you don't need the extra-ness, you don't need the dancers and stuff, just you and the audience, and that's it.
Well, I love that because you can really connect with the audience. You can
Yeah.
it's almost like doing stand-up or something. Like you really are right there. You can connect with the audience, and it's amazing. I love doing shows just by myself. It's a lot of fun.
I love that. Well, I have to say, I love you and your character.
Thank you.
I think I'm a huge fan. And I have to say, especially over the past few months, I just admire how you've moved with such grace in everything that you have done, when it's your music or like talk in your
You
interviews.
made me cry.
And it seems like you're happy. You are full of light.
Yeah.
Where did that energy come from? How did that happen?
I don't know. I've been working on this new album for so long, and writing and recording and telling my story, and I think that a lot of it just comes from letting everything out.
Yeah. When you're not writing and singing, what do you like to do in your spare time? What does Drake do for fun?
Honestly, my favorite thing to do is get in the studio and record and write. That's what I do. That is. A lot of people always ask me, what's your favorite pastime? What do you do as a hobby? I'm like, play guitar, write, sing. It's what I do. So.
Well, you do build Lego sets.
Yes,
I
do.
that on Instagram.
Yes, I love Legos.
Okay.
Yes.
Me too, and I like puzzles. I don't know, just working with your hands, especially when you're going through a lot of stuff, concentrating on something like that.
I think I'm really into puzzles too.
Yeah.
I think there's something that when stuff is going on in your mind, your mind's racing, you're dealing with a lot of emotional issues or whatever it is. Just and what I look about Legos is puzzles you're constantly searching, but Legos you're just following directions. So it's just it kind of like calms your mind. You don't have to you're not searching, you're not getting stressed out, you're not going, oh, where's that piece I'm looking for? You just go, oh, this is the next one. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's really therapeutic and cathartic.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think everybody should find that one thing that just lets them escape from the world. you
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
Let's talk about Hollywouldn't.
Okay.
Okay. Amazing song.
Thank you.
Congratulations on it. How were your feelings leading up to the release of that song? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
Super excited. I mean, I came up with the idea one night. It was really late at night, and I don't know how it came into my brain. I was like, Hollywouldn't. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then I grabbed my guitar and I wrote the whole song in one night, and woke up the next morning and played it again. Because anytime you write a song late at night, you always wake up the next morning going, was that any good? Was that actually it sounded cool last night, but was that any good? And then I played it in the morning, and I was like, wow, this is a really cool idea. And then when I went in to produce it, I was like, man, I want this to have kind of a pop punk sound. So it kind of sounds like that era when I was on Drake and Josh, the early 2000s, like that Yellow Card and that kind of pop punk sound. And so I was really excited about it. It's a cool song.
I like it because it has this fun beat that you want to, rock out to, jam to, but then the lyrics are heavy,
Well, that's a lot of my new record has that feel where the music is fun, or it's poppy, or it's happy. I kind of relate. My song I Kind of Relate that I released right before has a very happy 60s Monkees, Beatles feel, but the lyrics are super heavy. So I love songs like that where the music it sounds happy and vibrant, but the lyrics are really heavy, and that's something that's cool where as a songwriter, you can express a happy feeling, but with dark lyrics. So there's almost like this juxtaposition where there's light on the other side.
Yeah.
Like even though you're going through something hard and tumultuous, and you have this like happy sound, and that's something that's like I always talk about. My writing is like writing in a journal or a diary or something, but I don't journal. I write songs, and there's something that's cool about being able to put a happy sound with a dark lyric that kind of gives you hope, you know?
I feel like it's an actual literalization of Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you look at Hollywood and people who don't live here think, oh my gosh, it is like the best place. It is lights, camera, action. And then you look in it and there's some stuff.
Yeah.
And that is exactly how Hollywouldn't is.
Yeah, definitely. You imagine everyone that comes and visits, they want to go down the Walk of Fame and see the stars on the boulevard, and you're like,
I don't know if you actually want to go there.
You don't want to go there. You don't want to go
Some
there.
rough parts of Hollywood.
Yeah.
People say that when it comes to trauma, you can't heal in the same place that you were hurt, right? And usually people try to run away from their trauma, but you are facing it head on, and you kind of are like taking your power back, especially with this song, which is so freaking hard. How are you able to do that? How are you able to be here we're in Hollywood, you know, right now?
Yeah. Good question. I don't know. I think there's something that, and with my album, the album's called Nonstop Flight, and it's all about it's like a musical journey in the sky. It's all aviation themed, and my first single was called Going Away, and it does have that feeling of, you know, I want to get away. I want to run away. I want to escape this. But wherever you go, you're going to be there too, you know? And you really have to work on the inside. You really have to work on what's going on inside, because if you think you're just going to escape your problems, or you think you're going to go on vacation, or you think you're going to run away somewhere, like everything's going to follow you wherever you land. And so I think that with this record, I'm trying to express, like, we all want to run away. We all want to escape our problems. But at the end of the day, first, we have to reflect on the inside. We have to look inside, and we have to kind of, you know, put that puzzle together.
Yeah.
And then when you escape, you're no longer escaping. You're free.
I love that so much for you. When you're going through stuff, I think it's so important to have people around you who are supporting you, whether it's through your ups, your downs. Who's that support for you?
You know, growing up in Hollywood and LA and this whole crazy world, it took a long time to learn to keep my social circle really small and tight and close. Because especially here in Hollywood, everyone is, you know, oh, who's the next cool thing, or who's going to get me to the cool party, who can I, and especially with social media now, it's like, oh, who can I post a picture with, and this and that. And so it's really important, whatever social circle that you keep needs to be people who just want to see you do good, and just want to see you healthy, and just want to see you happy for you. Not for any benefit, not for anything else. And if something comes along with that, like success or whatever, fantastic. But the first thing has to be keeping people around you that just care about you.
With this new record, this new album, Nonstop Flight, have your friends and support group, have they heard it? What do they think about it?
Yeah, it's been a long journey.
Well, I know, because you teased this back in 2023.
Yeah, well, 2022 I started.
I went back to your TikTok, and it was like January 15, 2023.
Yeah.
You posted Nonstop Flight. I was like, this has been a thing for a while. Why did it take so long?
Well, because I sat down, I started writing, I started recording, and then I kept going. And it's funny that I decided to call it Nonstop Flight because really I'm like, I joke around with my friends. I'm like, it's the Nonstop album.
Literally.
I'm like, this album is nonstop. I'm like, we have to get a release date. I literally said to my friends the other day, I was like, you know what? I just need to set a release date, or this album is going to be 60 songs.
I mean, we would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, please. So it's coming out in October, right?
Yeah.
What can we expect on the album? Any collaborations, or is this just you and your feelings and putting it out all by yourself?
You know, I get asked that a lot about because so many artists are doing collaborations and stuff now, but this is the most vulnerable, introspective, autobiographical record that I've ever made. And when I got into the studio and sat down at my piano, I really started writing this record, not thinking about writing a record. I was just getting stuff that was inside out. And all of the lyrics started coming out, and they were so personal. And there's some songs that I've kind of second guessed, like, should I put that out to the world? That's a little much. Like, should I let them hear this? This is really like opening my diary and letting you read it, you know? And so it's just continued to flow and continue to flow. But I think that we've gotten to a good point now where I can finally stop.
But I think your fans thank you for being so open about everything. And I think even the songs that you're second guessing, we want to hear, because even if it's one person, it's going to help somebody.
Yeah.
Speaking of autobiography, you're going to write a book, right?
Yeah.
And it's called I Found a Way.
Yeah.
Basically like the Drake and Josh theme
Yeah.
song, which is so cool. Tell me about that.
Yeah. A book will come.
Okay.
I still feel like I'm like in the middle of the book in my life right now. So, there's some more living I have to do. But yeah, and you touched on something there that's really cool, where you know, sharing with the fans. It's a really cool thing that's happening now, where I'll be in the airport, or I was at Disney World recently, and fans are coming up, and it's not just a picture, it's not just an autograph. It's like we're having these 20-minute in-depth conversations about, oh, you know, thank you for sharing your story. My family went through this, or I experienced this, or whatever it is. And it's really touching. It's really, really cool. And I hope that with the new record and with the songs that are on it, that continues to grow.
Yeah. You've opened up a lot of conversations, and I wanted to ask you, because it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I know the men in my family, they don't like to talk about it. They don't want to talk about their feelings, and they think it makes them look weak to show their vulnerable side. And I was reading this like forum on Reddit, and the men were asked how they feel about Mental Health Awareness Month, and the common theme was, I mean, they don't care about us no matter if it was a day or a month. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think traditionally we're seen as, and we are, but we're seen as the providers, the protectors. We have to always be level, you know. And but we and I'm talking as men, I guess. You know, we hurt, we lose, we struggle, as much as everybody. And I think that there needs to be more of a connection. You know, there's so much diversion. There's so much separation with, oh, this person, this class of people, or this men, women, this subculture. It's like we're all human. You know, we all suffer the same. We all feel the same. We all bleed red, you know. And I think that the less that we separate, oh, why do men feel this way, or why do women feel this way, or why does this, whatever it is, we're all human. And the more that we connect, and the more that we love and understand the real definition of the word love, the more that we're going to prosper, You know, I think that when we give something a month, or we give something a holiday, or we focus on something for this amount of time, it's at the end of the day, we all suffer together. We all bloom together. We're, and we're all, you go to a garden and we're all beautiful flowers together. Everyone's blooming at different times. Oh, the tomatoes are going to ripen in the fall, or the tulips are going to bloom in the summer. It's like, but they're all beautiful flowers, and they all come from the earth. They all come from the same place, and that's all of us. And we have to stop separating each other into these social groups and classes and this, and realize that we're all human. We all come from the same dirt, And that's when we realize that, we'll really truly learn and discover how to love each other.
Yeah. And I think it's important for us as women to provide that safe space for you all, to be able to cry, to be able to open up and share, that you don't always have to be this strong man all the time that has no feelings.
But you see where you took that just now, is us as women, we need to realize this. It's like, no, we all as humans need to realize, like, we're all connected together. It doesn't matter if we're men, we're women, what color we are, what religion we are, what culture we are, where we're from in the world. Like, we all need to connect. Yeah. And we all need to hold that safe space for everyone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. And thank you for opening up this conversation that's so tough for so many people. I mean, when it comes to you, some people are just now getting introduced to you. My generation, we knew you from Drake and Josh, but there's a new generation who are just now knowing you from the documentary, or maybe your music, or other things that you're doing right now. What do you want your legacy to be? Sorry, it's so deep.
You are getting deep, girl. What do I want my legacy to be?
I feel like you're already creating it right now, and opening up conversations like this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I want my legacy to be, but I go back to on what I was just saying is, I want a connection. I want people to stop feeling like they have to put up a facade or a front or anything, and connect with each other. I think that a very important thing in life is love, and we throw that word around so flippantly now. It's like, I love these shoes. I love this song. And then you go and tell your wife or your girlfriend or your husband or your boyfriend or your significant other, I love you. And you're like, yeah, but you love the dog, And I think that we need to circle around and come back to what that truly means, and that together as humans and as people, we need to love each other, regardless of where we're from, or our past, or our history, or and moving forward. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling now, but I think love is important, and I think that we, as humanity and as a world, especially in this everything that's happening around, geopolitically and blah 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 blah, whatever, it all needs to come back to love.
And part of your legacy is this new album, Nonstop Flight, coming out in October. You just released a brand new song. Before I let you go, you got to tell us about it. Help me again.
Te desenamoraste.
Te desenamoraste.
Yeah.
Look at me.
And this brings us to, this song has to do with this. It's, everyone can relate to this. When, say your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband, your wife, whoever, and you text them and they don't text back right away, and you're like, what? And then you text, and then like an hour goes by and you're like, why haven't they called me? Why haven't they responded? What's going on? Then you go through all of your texts. You're like, did I say something wrong, or what's going straight to voicemail? Like, did they block me? What's going on? What's going on? And then all of your anxiety starts going up, and then finally they call you back and they're like, oh, sorry, I was walking the dog. I left my phone in the apartment. And you're like, why did I put myself through that? Oh, I went to the grocery store and my phone was dead, and but we start internalizing all of this and going, oh, what did I do wrong? What did I do? What did I do? And at the end of the day, everything's fine. So it's that anxiety that you have, kind of going, putting it aside and going, hey, like, chill, everything's fine.
What is the definition of that word?
Te desenamoraste is like, what is the definition of that word?
Okay.
Well, it's difficult to translate in English, but it's basically, are we not in love anymore?
Got it.
Te desenamoraste. Like, did I ruin our love?
What happened?
Yeah, did I destroy our love? Are we not in love anymore?
Okay.
Maybe we're not in love anymore.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how did this song come to be?
From a real life story.
Oh, can you share the story? Or
Yeah,
is it too much tea?
Yeah, I was trying to. I was texting my girlfriend and she wouldn't respond to me for like 7 hours.
And it was the overthinking that got you like, girl, what's happening?
Yeah, I was, and then I was worried about her. I was worried. Did she get an Uber? Is she gone? What's going on? Did she do this? Is she with somebody else? And no, she was asleep on the couch. And she woke up late.
Oh my God, you were just like me, always overthinking everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Going to the worst, going to the extreme.
Yeah.
This song is for me. Well, Drake, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Before I let you go, this is the new hit list, and we love spotlighting new artists and new songs that maybe people don't know about. So anybody or any song that's on your playlist that you think, man, y'all need to hear this.
Anything by Dayglow.
Okay.
Anything by Dayglow. When Dayglow puts out a song, it's a masterpiece. Everything he puts out.
All right. There you have it. Come back soon, please. This was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
It's the new hit list on Kiss.